Hey, you guys, serious question. How can I lead a global literary life being based in the south of Spain and only read in English? In this video, I'm going to be sharing my own minor shame that I only read in English and how I plan to address this by teaching myself how to read and how to enjoy reading in Spanish. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Literary Lori YouTube channel. My name is Lori L. Tharps. If this is your first time here, I am a traditionally published author who writes in both fiction and nonfiction, and I moved to the south of Spain in 2021 because I wanted to live a more global literary life, and I wanted to change my focus from mostly nonfiction to mostly fiction. So I've been doing that. I'm working on a novel. I go to different book festivals. I lived in a library in Ghana. But one of the things that I realized that really is holding me back from really being what I consider a global literary citizen and from really enjoying the literary community here in Spain is that I don't read in Spanish. I read only in English. And also just having traveled more and been to more literary festivals and literary events, I'm like, how sad is it that I only read in English? So many other people around the world not only speak other languages, but they're able to enjoy the literary output from other countries, from other people, because they speak multiple languages. My own husband speaks Spanish and English and is able to enjoy a novel in English as easily as he is able to enjoy a novel in Spanish. And I want that too. I want to be that kind of global literary citizen. I wish I could read in multiple languages, but I'm going to say, since I'm based in Spain, that I should be able to, again, read books in Spanish and not just read them, but enjoy them. So I want to tell you, I'm putting this out here on this video because I want to hold myself accountable. So all of you watching, you can check in and be like, Lori, are you reading in Spanish? Has it gotten any better? But I also just wanted to share because I thought maybe there's somebody else out there who's also trying to improve their reading, their literacy in a foreign language, because it's not the same as speaking. I speak Spanish, I could speak better, but I speak Spanish perfectly well, and I can read Spanish, but I don't enjoy reading in Spanish because I don't read fluently, right? It's a struggle. It takes time. And so I'm such a greedy reader. I don't feel like, when I want to read something, when I dive into a story or even learn something, I'm not thinking, let me pick up a book in Spanish. So what I tried to do was buy some books for myself that I thought would be easy enough to read and would also be of interest to me, that really spoke to my interests. And so I don't even remember who it was, but somebody suggested start nonfiction. It's easier to read nonfiction than it is fiction. So the first book that I thought that I would want to read in Spanish is this one. I picked it up recently. See, it is Mujer y Negra, Woman and Black, by Tsitsi Dangarembga. I'm sure I'm pronouncing her name wrong. She's a very famous writer from Zimbabwe, and this is her memoir. So I picked that up at a literary festival in Malaga, and I was super excited about it, but I started reading it and I got overwhelmed by some of the vocabulary and just put it down, and I was like, this is too hard. Another book I bought at that same literary festival is if you guys recognize this, it's Anne Lamott's Bird by Bird, the classic writer's manual. And I tried to read that, and also, even though I know basically what's in here, it didn't go over my head, but it was just too much of a struggle. And so I was like, no, I don't want to read that. And so then I was just down on myself, and I said, Lori, you've got to read something. And I was literally wandering around my house looking for something to read, and I saw this book that my daughter had put in the giveaway pile. She wasn't interested in reading it. It's called Amy y la Biblioteca Secreta. Amy and the Secret Library. Now, I remember buying this for my daughter a couple of years ago. It had a black girl on the cover, and it had some books on it, and it said Biblioteca, which means library. Now, I always try to buy my children books with black characters. So literally, I just pulled it off the shelf. I saw it in Spain. It had a black girl on it. It had some books. I was like, perfect. She was not interested. Again, it's been in the giveaway pile for a while. I was like, I like black girls. I like libraries. And I started to read it. Child, let me just say, this book is, the main character is 9. Okay, she's 9 years old. And she found out that at her school they are banning books, and they banned her favorite book, which was Pippi Longstocking. Let me tell you, I am like on chapter 4 and I'm loving this book. Is it for a 9-year-old? Yes. Am I understanding every single word? Yes. I am so happy. I'm like giggling because not only am I able to understand the vocabulary, but I'm also like understanding the concepts. Like I understand what's at stake. It's a black family. Like everything about this except the language being Spanish is familiar to me. I mean, I even know Pippi Longstockings, right? And there's also Beyonce references in this book. I'm assuming this author is English or American, excuse me. But regardless, this is how I found my way in. Yes, it's for a 9-year-old, but the book, the story, the language, everything is so familiar to me that I'm reading it like I would read any other book. I'm turning the pages. I'm invested in the characters. I want to know what happens next, and I'm being a greedy reader again. Like I'm staying up late to find out what happens to little Amy. She's about to go to the school board meeting to testify why she loves Pippi Longstocking so much. So anyway, I am not shaming myself. I'm not feeling bad about myself. I'm not forcing myself to read something age appropriate. I'm going to read Amy y la Biblioteca Secreta, and I will let you all know how it goes and what happens and if Amy gets her book back. But I'm realized that the way in is to really find the book that speaks to you, that gets you excited, that you understand and you have some investment in the topic. And again, that's not such a struggle, because if it's a struggle, it feels like work and then you're not going to do it. So stay tuned. I'll probably do some updates on how my Spanish reading has been. I'm not making any promises, but maybe I'll be up to YA by the end of the year. All right, if anybody has any suggestions for books that they think I should read, or any techniques that have worked for you to learn how to read and enjoy reading in another language, let me know in the comments. See you next video.